नमस्कार, मेरा नाम विजेंद्र है and I've been interviewing candidates for civil services interviews for what some 2 decades, and I'm a teacher, and one of the subject I've been teaching for again 2 decades is creativity, Rachnatmakta, and today I'll be talking about this creativity and diversity thing primarily. अगर आप इस थीम को देखें, it says the fabric of creation or creativity. The first thing that comes to our mind is the fabric of creativity can be probably canvas because it's a fabric, and generally it is used for the creativity. And I'll begin by asking, do you think that the canvas, the white canvas, is creative? And if you look carefully, I'm sure you'll realize that despite the fact that this canvas is creative in its own sense, but overall it's the canvas, right? Why the canvas in itself is not creative? And I'm sure you'll realize that it will become expression of creativity only after some other colors apart from white are available, right? So primarily, and it's not just about the colors, the whole tapestry, if you look at it. For example, the threads that form that particular fabric, which we are calling canvas, that is also smooth, sameness, oneness. And that's what my worry is. This oneness, sameness kills creativity. In other words, actually creativity comes from the diversity of knots, the threads, the colors. That actually forms the expression of creativity. Because what is creativity? Creativity is obviously is the original and the newness. That's what we call creativity. If I look at my life and the lives of maybe a few thousand candidates I have interviewed or interacted with in the last 2 decades, I can say with some sense of responsibility that if your life, for example, my life, I was born in a Delhi basti, Bhajanpura. And if I look at my journey in last 32 years, I was trained as an engineer. I moved from engineering to literature, from literature to social sciences, education, and other social sciences disciplines. And it is this diversity in my life so far that has given me this opportunity and confidence and ability that I'm able to have interaction with engineers. You remember mechanical engineers? I'm sure you do, right? Doctors, social scientists, agriculturists, and whatnot. Primarily, it is this diversity, but not just the diversity in the outcome or in terms of degree. It is the diversity of the process that matters. And this is what I want you to think of. If you look at our life, or anybody's life, these thousands of candidates we have interviewed, their lives were all different. And it is the combination of these lives that has contributed to what Vijender Chauhan is. I'm nothing in myself. Again, remember that plain canvas thing? We all are plain canvas in that way. But the canvas in itself has its own texture, please understand. And the texture is important. The tapestry is important. The colors are important. But I'm not talking about the individual. Please understand the creativity. The creation itself is not individual. And that's why I differ usually from my colleagues who have been teaching creativity at university. I've been saying that the creativity has its location in the society. It's not necessarily inward. A lot of it is actually social construct. And if we are creating a society that is like canvas, the plain canvas, the sameness, the oneness, and we are deliberately stopping the efforts of making it diverse, then we are creating troubles for the very idea of creativity. Just think of a society which is filled with one kind of people, one culture, one religion, one language, one nationality for that matter. And you'll realize that we're creating a boring society. Forget about everything else. Obviously, there'll be other problems as well, but we are not talking about those problems right now. Primarily, I'm talking about the idea of creativity as a social construct is possible only if we value the idea of diversity. You cannot have a creative word without diversity, be it linguistic diversity or the ecosystem itself. So our efforts wherever, from the micro level within ourselves to national and international level, wherever we kill diversity, we are actually attacking the idea of creativity, the idea of creation itself. PCB ले लीजिए, डॉक्टर बन जाइए, PCM ले लीजिए, इंजीनियर बन जाइए, और ये दोनों भी और बाकी सब मिलकर IAS. Well, had it not been that tragic, it would have been very funny. Look at, we are a country of 140 crore people. We should have at least 140 crore dreams. At least. It should actually be more than that. One should have more than one dream. If we have one dream per person, you should have 140 crore dreams, and we reduce it to 1, 2, 3 dreams. We have killed the very idea of diversity of dreams. And it then results in becoming a humble teacher like me, a celebrity. Because there are people who will believe that, okay, ye sir bata denge kaise IAS banna hai. I'm sure you realize, one, I cannot tell you. I don't know it. But more than that, it is tragic that you're asking me about one single dream. Because if you cannot dream diverse, then even if that dream becomes a success for you, you will not be able to perform. Because diversity is not required only to achieve that thing. It will be required, this creativity will be required, even when you're sitting in that अजीब सी चेयर जिसके ऊपर एक गंदा सा तौलिया पड़ा होता है. तो भाई bureaucracy or whatever. No, mostly this towel is clean, right? It is. So my request to you is that please diversify in whatever way possible. That's what I have learned in last many years, and I'm trying to make young ones learn. Because unless there is diversity in whatever you do, that include if you dream to become an officer someday and you are preparing, even there, in the process of this preparation thing, you should have diversity. Please understand. For example, if you're preparing for, say, one examination, and you're sitting in a classroom of some coaching center where there are 500 students learning the same thing from the same teacher, from the same material, against the sameness, And sameness kills creativity. So you need to be someone who's different from the person sitting on the left. And not just the person sitting on the left, but also the empty chair on the right. Because otherwise, even that chair is listening to the same lecture. Same material can be put on that chair as well. Unless you are able to assimilate it and can bring that diversity of learning, not just expression, but also the diversity of learning, then it is of no use. You're creating prototypes, you're creating clones. Clones cannot be creative. They're a copy of one each other. Photocopies are not creative. So my request to you is that in terms of process also, bring diversity. In terms of the group you are in. If you're a girl, you should have boys in your group. If you're a heterosexual person, you should have homosexual person in your group. If you are from religion A, you should have person from religion B in your group. If you're from a regionality A, there should be person from regionality B, C, D in your group. Unless you have that diversity, there will not be that tapestry, as we talked about. The canvas will be oneness. You cannot paint on a white canvas with a white color. You need to have a different color. Not just 1, 2, 10, 20, but as many as possible. And for that, you need to challenge yourself, because why are we so obsessed with oneness? Ek bhasha, ek rashtra, ek desh. Why? Because this oneness gives us the comfort zone. And unless you are willing to challenge yourself to come out of your comfort zone, I'm sure you will not be able to be creative. So my request, my call to all of you is challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to come out of your comfort zone and be in a diverse group, people different from you, ideas different from yours, and all other cultural and other aspects different from yours. And only then you'll realize how beautiful your life becomes, how beautiful your... I believe, I have always, my name is Masi GV, as you know, Masi is ink, right? And this is something written in 2007, where I believe that if I am a person, I should be allowed to be without any forced identity disclosures, right? I consider anonymity as the thing. Can I have the next? So for me, this, even the photograph I put in that blog was this photo. If you can remember, you can see this person in the as a pirate is Vijender Chauhan, and others are family members, and we are with masks. So this is real me. I'm afraid of coming out. I like my anonymity so much that these reels more or less kills me, the real one. Okay, can I have the next one, please? But now this is what I am. I don't even have any authority or agency of on what, how, and what I am now propagated. Not just the meme zone. In fact, I am also in the reel zone. Can we play that? No, we cannot play that. Have you seen this reel? I'm sure you have. And not just the reel, John. The next is, I'm sure you'll be able to see. There are remakes being made on me. Just remember that mask wala banda. I hate my identity being disclosed. And this is what is happening. Can I have the last one also? And also, but here I cannot blame anybody else, because I actually went out of my comfort zone to agree to be part of it. If you look at the entire thing, you'll realize what I'm saying. I may like my anonymity. That is my comfort zone. But if I come out of it, right, and share myself that is beyond my comfort zone in such a diverse way that I don't know how my personality, my face is being used, I believe that is so far I'm learning it is, but it was the most challenging aspect I've ever faced in my last 50 years now. So this was actually it had to run along with the conversation, but I hope the message is delivered. Thank you very much.